Stephen King's Riding the Bullet, released by the Motion Picture Corporation of America, released October 15th, 2004, starring Jonathan Jackson, produced, written, and directed by Mick Garris, who's also brought us Sleepwalkers, that great corny Stephen King adaptation, Critters 2, the Masters of Horror series. This had a budget of apparent. Oh, only made. Sorry, not a budget. It only made $134,911 in the North America at the box office. So this is a colossal flop, and I can see why. So Riding the Bullet. The best way to describe this film was yeah. So it's this guy. I think his name was Zach. Yeah, we'll just say his name was Zach. The lead character is about to go see the Beatles reunion show in Toronto, Canada. Actually, here where I am, which is great if they would have had it back then. Well, it's in the 70s this takes place, but yeah, that actually doesn't happen. Just so you know, yeah, and he gets a call that his mom's not doing well, and Halloween night he has to hitchhike from this town in I think New York, and to another town to where his mom is to get there to be by her side and stuff. And basically, the people he goes with are interesting. He first meets like a runaway prisoner that's disguised as a trucker who doesn't know how to drive, which is amusing. And then you meet the real perpetrator on this, who's driving an old Cadillac sort of type deal. Turns out he's like a demon who's trying to get his mother's soul or something. And yeah, he basically has a deal, his or hers, and it's up to him to make. And he takes him to all the places where him and his mom had good times and stuff to try to make them choose. Now, this is an interesting film. Now, this is actually, but most things aren't explained in this movie. It's very jumbled all over the place, but it's interesting. But you can see it from multiple different angles, I think, which I think is interesting. But some of Stephen King stuff you can. Also, Stephen King didn't write this. It's Mick Garris wrote this. So, yeah, his stuff's hit and miss, but this one I thought was at least amusing enough. But it does get boring at times, and overall, it is still an interesting one. It's probably one of the more faithful adaptations, as far as I know. People have all told me that this one is actually pretty close to the novella, the best it can, and it's the best way to describe this is basically it's the main character trying to deal with grief and possible like loss of life in a tragic state and stuff. So and where he visits like the past where he had good memories of his mom, though like very loose and not because they weren't really close at the time. So yeah, and he doesn't have anyone to turn to because dad walked out on them and stuff. So overall, good. It's a pretty decent film. If I was gonna rate this, I give this one probably a 3.5. Trailer's linked down below as always if you want to check it out. My Instagram's linked down below too, where I post clips of films and all my story. So yeah, make sure you follow me there. Like this video, share this if you really want to, subscribe because you never know what I'm going to talk about next. Comment down below if you've seen this, let me know what you thought. And comment if you have other films that you want to hear my opinions on, comment those down below too. And I'll see you in the next review.